Welcome to Teen Up, a podcast that digs deeper into the thoughts of teenagers' mind about the wonders of the world.
If you're new here, I'm your host, Isabella.
And I'm Glenn. If you're not, welcome back.
Here is a quick disclaimer. We are two teenagers that are doing our best to research everything. However, we are not experts, so if we offend anyone or say something wrong, we want to apologize in advance. Please email us to tell us what was wrong. Thank you.
Success is a word that we hear daily. Our moms told us success stories of people from different times in history. Our texts would memorialize successful people in the world.
But what is success? Is there a definitive answer to that? In this season, we will be exploring the simple word, success.
Okay, so I guess we will start with its definition on the dictionary. So success means that the fact of getting or achieving wealth, respect, or fame. It also means the correct or desired result of an attempt, or someone or something that is successful, which is saying that a person or thing that succeeds.
Okay.
So I think this is more like a traditional type of success. For example, earning money, having a good job, stuff like that. So like in Taiwan, people always think that the most success, or like in a worldly, view, or like in the whole society, being a doctor is like one of the most successful thing for a person.
Okay, so like, because parents or like Taiwanese parents are so, they think that being doctors are so good. I guess they would like force their children to, study and cause them a lot of stress, and tell their children to like study math and science instead of like history and geography and stuff.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if it's like a cultural thing, but I mean, not like traditional culture, but it's definitely something that we are experiencing in our school, in our life, that, people are trying to be doctors. They're trying to get into medical school because they want to be a doctor. I mean, I can understand that being a doctor means you're probably going to be paid a lot when you graduate.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, you're going to, be in school for 8 or more years. But, after you get over it and pass the exams, all that stuff, you are basically having like an amazing job.
Right. And you get a lot of money, although a lot of your time are going to be dedicated to your job. But, you can make sure that you're going to have a wealthy and luxurious life.
Yeah. And, we can really like see on media that sometimes we just see this like media post that says like, oh, somebody gives up their doctor job for something else, which is like, everybody will be like, whoa, like, why does that person give up doctor? I think people are changing,
Yeah.
Like people stop pursuing the doctor job as crazy as before, but we are still definitely more passionate about this talk.
Like, another job I think that Taiwanese parents absolutely love are like, career paths are like, people who study science, like physics or chemistry. I feel that's what I feel like, but I'm unsure.
So yeah, I think that would be like the Taiwanese type of success, if you're going to define it. Like the box of success. That would be it. So moving on, for Americans, I actually saw this very interesting research done by a think tank called Populace.
Okay.
So they interviewed over 5,000 Americans and asked them questions about success. And mainly they split it into two parts: what it means for them to success and what they think the society think is success. So they are basically using this to define like the word success. So interestingly, Americans have like very different thoughts about what they think success is and what they think others think success is. So for most American, they personally think that success is a lot of stuff: education, relationships, character, finance, health, work, quality of life.
Mm-hmm.
And these different categories are ranked similarly, like in terms of importance for people.
Mm-hmm.
They are similar inside people's heart. So people think, oh, educational success is as important as relationships or finance or health or work,
Mm-hmm.
equally important.
Mm-hmm.
But what they think about other people, like how they perceive the society to measure success, 45.9% of this data, like these people think that status is the most important.
Oh, okay.
So actually, status is ranked the lowest for personal success. It's only 5.5%, but when it comes to what people think others believe,
Mm-hmm.
status is really high, like really, really high.
Mm-hmm.
It means that most American thinks that other people measure success by using status.
Okay.
And the second highest for this perceived societal success is education.
Okay.
So we can take a deeper dive into this data, and we can see that for also personal views and perceived societal views, the highest for personal views, surprisingly, is being a parent.
Mm-hmm.
So for most people, they think being successful means being a parent, and it means that they themselves are success.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
I know, right? Like they prefer, or like they think this is what they would define as successful.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the second highest is having a high school diploma or general education degree.
Mm-hmm.
And the third highest is kind of not even thinkable, is just being trustworthy.
Oh, wow.
This is how people measure themselves.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
These three categories, like they are the highest, but the fourth highest is actually pretty interesting, is having a advanced degree. So like undergrad, master's, PhD, stuff like that. And this is actually ranked pretty high in terms of what people define themselves and how they think others perceived this success.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of like agrees here. Like most people would say that they think having a advanced degree is important for themselves,
Mm-hmm.
but also for others, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And, interestingly, for most people, being famous is the least important for success.
What? Really?
It's like how they measure themselves. So
Oh, okay.
if you ask me if I'm successful or not, they would not consider, like, only a very low percentage of people would consider being famous
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
as like a criteria,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And now let's move on to how people think others perceive success. Just a reminder, this is for Americans, and this research is done on Americans.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep, okay. So the highest, surprisingly, is being famous.
Oh, wow. What? Wait, this difference. Oh my gosh.
I know. So people themselves don't care,
Mm-hmm.
but they think others care.
Mm-hmm.
And this average share of preference is 21.46.
Oh, wow.
So to give a perspective, the highest, which we talked about for people perceiving themselves as being a parent, right?
Mm-hmm.
For that, the average share of preference is 4.32.
Oh, what? Okay.
So like people just think others being success is like super important.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the second highest is having a advanced degree. So all the stuff we talked about. And the third one is graduate from prestigious college.
Oh, wow. So different.
And what they think that other people don't care is maintain healthy diet or experiencing new things
Mm-hmm.
or seeing family members. So they think these are, qualities that other people would not consider when they are thinking if you're a success or not.
Mm-hmm.
But let's dig into the education part a little bit more.
Okay.
So for younger people, like 18 to 35,
Okay.
they think that education is important as compared to like older people, like 65 plus. They think that education is not as important.
Okay.
It is just something that interesting that I found out. I'm not sure if it could be like the whole society and like how people are talking about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the average personal success score on a scale from 0 to 100, people would rank themselves at a mean of 68.3.
Mm-hmm.
And it is significantly higher than the average perceived societal success score, which has a mean of 36.2.
What? Why?
People think they are successful.
Mm-hmm.
They think themselves are successful, but
Mm-hmm.
they think that others don't think they are successful.
Okay.
And the researchers also see like this correlation
Mm-hmm.
that respondents achieved personal success becomes relatively flat once their household incomes reaches 75,000 to 100,000. So they're saying that it may suggest diminishing returns on personal success once Americans have achieved a certain household income. And I'm quoting. So it's basically saying that people don't think they are more successful because they earn more money.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
So that must get us thinking, what exactly is success? After the break, we're going to explore other definition of success.
Welcome back. Now we're going to look deeper into the newer definitions for success.
So I think newer definition of success is more free.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically saying that how everything can be successful. Do you feel like?
Right. Yeah, I think so. It's not putting, I feel like nowadays people are saying more like, if you think that you've done your best, you're successful. If you think that, you have reached what you wanted, then you're successful. It doesn't have to reach like a certain money, wealth, popularity and stuff anymore.
That doesn't have to be a doctor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like now is not like a special occupation is more successful than other occupations, which is what the like older generations would think. Like now people would think like photographers are successful,
Mm-hmm.
when people in the past thought like artists are always poor and they're never going to be famous or anything like that.
And I saw this website that's talking about success, and it says a few definitions. I'm just gonna read out.
Okay.
It's saying that success is remembering to balance work with passion.
Okay.
Success is taking care of your needs. Success is overcoming fear.
Mm-hmm.
Success is learning to losing a few battles can help you win a war.
Okay.
And I think there's like this overall theme for these definition is that success doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be
Mm-hmm.
something crazy over the top. You don't have to be the president to be successful.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They're saying that if you like animals, you can save stray dogs, stray cats,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe you keep like 20 dogs at your house.
Mm-hmm.
But you save those lives and that could be successful.
Right. Right.
So I'm just thinking that it's opening up different options for people and like saying how you can do anything to be successful.
Yeah, and you don't have to like reach a certain standard that people used to have anymore.
Yeah, and it's like more open and more free.
Yeah.
But I saw on this tech talk by Sarah Lewis,
Mm-hmm.
it's a very interesting point. She's saying how success doesn't mean mastery.
Okay.
So she brought up this story about a woman athlete.
Mm-hmm.
This woman, she practice like archery.
Mm-hmm.
And Lewis said that how this person is trying to hit like this one tiny spot for like a whole day.
Mm-hmm.
And that person just like keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. But they, like that person did not hit it.
Mm-hmm.
But she think that person is trying to reach mastery, not success.
Right.
She thinks that success means you've done it. Like you've done it.
Right.
But it could be luck.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It could be today I'm lucky and I throw a basketball from the middle of the court. And it could be like pure luck. I just like toss it right in there. But it's a one-time thing.
Right.
I mean, I succeed, but I didn't master it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
this is going to be a one-time thing. I'm not going to do it twice.
Right.
So I guess what she's trying to say is that success is achieving something, but mastery is being able to do something again and again.
Mm-hmm.
And I think maybe people should be paying more attention to like mastery instead of success.
Oh, uh-huh.
Like,
Yeah.
success is so dependent on luck in a way, right?
Right. I think mastering something is super hard. I think there was this quote from someone about mastery. Like, if you have to master something, you have to take like 30,000 hours. I forgot. Anyways, yeah. Mastering something is very difficult, and not all successful people can master.
Yeah, definitely. And I just feel like maybe that's the thing that people should pay more attention to, maybe mastery. Anyways, when I'm researching, I saw this very interesting book, or like book preview or review.
Okay.
So it's about the sociology of success.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people think that success is from other people's intelligence,
Mm-hmm.
right? We all know that. So the author of the book, Malcolm Gladwell, he argues in his book Outliers, the Story of Success, and I quote, "These people's success does not flow from their natural gifts, but from their unusual cultural legacies, the uncanny opportunities that come their way, and their really, really hard work."
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it's kind of like a new view on success.
Mm-hmm.
So he's basically saying that how it can be related to culture and how people grew up. And, you know, it can be when you're born even, or
Mm-hmm.
like at the time. Because if you're born at a time that most people don't do a lot of stuff, or you're
Mm-hmm.
born at a time that doesn't have a lot of children, maybe that
Mhm.
year, you know, people didn't born as much children as they used to.
Mm-hmm.
So you have less competitors.
Mm-hmm. It's like Steve Jobs or like Bill Gates. They were able to be as successful as they are today is because of the time that they were in. It was just the beginning of, you know, technology, and they were able to catch right on, you know, and making them so successful now because they were the first people to, you know, sell it to customers, making them more rich than other people who decided to start selling cell phones afterwards.
Uh-huh. Yeah, definitely. I mean, they are extremely, extremely talented. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But there are definitely more talented people.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, it comes kind of down to luck.
Mm-hmm.
So the book actually have one really interesting example. It's talking about how Asians are better at math. We tend to success in math.
Mm-hmm.
It says like how it's because we have rice. Like he said that he thinks Asians are better at math because we are more patient and we can persevere through a 3-hour long math test because of our cultural heritage of planting, because it takes a lot of time, a lot of energy. And he's saying that it's that cultural heritage that makes Asians better at math,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of an interesting view.
Yeah, I think so too. Oh, I was thinking like maybe Asians are better at math because we have more people, and like people who are good at math are just more than other culture.
Oh, you mean like the percentage.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought that was like one of the reasons too. But I don't know. I'm personally not very good at math, so
yeah, I'm just saying that it brought like this kind of new view.
for sure.
So I just thought I would brought that up because it's an interesting book called Outliers, the story of success. So now that we heard a lot of definition of success and how people are now rethinking about definition of success, next week we're gonna explore more on other people's success stories.
Thank you for listening to this episode. Remember to like, subscribe, and share our channel.
Also, comment down below if you have any thoughts. You could click on the bell to get notified when we upload a new video as well.
Thank you and bye.